Economy, where we talk about how our planet is doing. Today, we are talking about a big problem, which is deforestation. Deforestation occurs when large number of trees are cleared, and it's causing big problems for animals, the climate, and people everywhere worldwide. This is happening because of the growing demand for agricultural land, urban expansion, and infrastructure development. This is a growing problem worldwide, with Brazil alone seeing 1.35 million hectares of forest lost by 2018. This is a big deal because forests like the Amazon play a crucial role in keeping our planet's climate stable. Most of the time, deforestation happens because we want to grow food. In fact, 80% of the trees are cut down because of farming and other things people need. However, the consequences of deforestation are far reaching. Beyond the loss of trees, deforestation harms wildlife, worsens climate change, and impacts the livelihoods of communities. If things keep going the way they are, rainforests might be gone in about 75 years and 252 days. This shows how important it is to stop deforestation. As we continue to witness the devastating effects of deforestation, it's clear that urgent action is needed to address this global challenge. Stay tuned to Green Economy as we explore solutions and initiatives aimed at combating deforestation.
Good evening, I'm Sarina Ramirez Libertella with Green Economy News, diving into the root of the deforestation crisis.
Logging companies fueled by profit are driving deforestation, with increasing demand for wood in consumption and paper industry. They play forests for commercial gain. Their gains have consequences: heavy destruction, biodiversity loss, and unflow in the communities. Agribusinesses are also capable, clearing land for food, often disregarding environmental and social inputs. Government prioritize short-term gains, like jobs creation and economic growth, over forest sustainability. Corruption and weed enforcement worsen the issue, allowing illegal activities to flourish.
It's clear economic actors must prioritize sustainability over profit to safeguard our environment and future generations.
Now from the studio, we're going to interview Professor Benjamin A. Oken, who teaches microeconomics at MIT. So Professor, please, tell us more about how measuring deforestation is a difficult task.
Hello to all the Green Economy viewers. Of course, well, deforestation creates externalities such as negative and positive, and these creates an impact. If we detail each of the negative and positive externalities, it could even take us months. So this is why it is difficult.
Now that we know this, can you please tell us more about the positive externality?
We'll take a look into three of them. First, the agricultural expansion, meaning that we are cutting down the trees just to cultivate more food or produce more meat because of the high demand of it. Then, land for settlement. We're cutting the trees down to build houses in order to establish small communities. And finally, the use of raw material, which means that we're using tree and paper to build furniture or even more things.
There must be negative externalities as well. Please tell us more about it.
The most notorious one is the smoke generated when burning the vegetation. This smoke causes hard problems to people as well as losses in the ecosystems, which are the responsibles of establishing the water that we as a society consume.
Okay. To conclude the interview, would you like to add anything else?
I would like to add that the global economy of deforestation is not directly proportional to the global market forces. It is proportional to the policies of their own countries, since it has been demonstrated that the centralized countries who has established local policies have lowered deforestation rates than those who doesn't, such as Indonesia.
Thank you so much, Professor Oken, for being here with us today.
Now I'm going with who loses and who wins from the Amazon deforestations. First, the larger business that will have benefits from the Amazon deforestation will be loggers, ranchers, miners, and farmers. Also, for the losses, the biggest issue will be for Brazil, losing $370 billion as well as biodiversity depletion. serve as social stayback for millions of people if the deforestation still continues. And also, due to the high demand of meat, farmers are forced to expand their business to make more livestock plantations, encouraging more deforestation.
Good evening, I'm Jibril, and I'm gonna help you understand the problem and how the government will solve it using these two economic diagrams. Here we have the economic diagram, which is the normal market, where we have the quantity demanded of the meat and the price of the meat. We have the price of meat sold for at the quantity of Q1, and we have the demand curve and the supply curve, and we have the equilibrium set at the price of P for a quantity of Q. Here we have the diagram that will help us understand how the government will solve the problem using the tax setting method. They will set a price. They will set a tax in a price of meat that will shift the supply curve to S1 from S1 to S1 plus tax, which will make producers increase the price because they will want more revenue when paying off the prices to the government. When the price now will increase, consumers will find it too expensive and decrease the quantity demanded, which will result to a decrease in the demand of meat, and then the expansion of land and the decrease in the demand of land.
I'm Chloe, in the heart of the rainforest. I've just gotten word from a tribal elder, translated by one of our translators, who stated the following: "Our connection to the land is sacred, but now with the trees disappearing, our way of life is crumbling. Our rivers are polluted, our food source depleted." Now, I've also just gotten word from a local farmer who stated, "With the destruction of the rainforest, our crops suffer, our incomes plummet, we're forced to choose between feeding our families and preserving our environment." Now, one thing is clear, deforestation is not just an environmental issue.